I felt inspired and moved to wanting to be a model, but at the time I had so much pimples and I was dealing with acne, so I was like, nah, I don't think this is for me right now because everybody's like, you have too much pimples to be a model and stuff like that.
Nah.
So,
You can still be a model.
you get
Yeah.
So that was the first thing that pulled me into fashion, and then I love looking good. I love dressing up well. I love dressing well, so I was like, okay, if I can be the model, how about I dress the model up? So that's how it started for me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Quainty Culture Cast with Yaya. I'm so excited you're joining me as we continue to shine the spotlight on the amazing creative talent making waves. Last time we got a fascinating peek on the world of photography and videography from my friend Ismaila Rufai. Today, I'm taking you somewhere special in the heart of creativity. So today I'm going to be introducing a very creative guest who happens to be my friend. He owns a fashion brand. We all welcome Marjon.
Yeah.
Good to have you today.
Thank you so much.
So can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Thank you so much for having me, Quint. I'm happy with the show and how it's going. I'm glad I could make it on board. I am Abdulaziz Sani Ibrahim, and I am the CEO slash founder of Marjon, popularly known as One Marjon. And at the house of Marjon, we make pieces like this on outfits, jewelry. I make jewelry. I also sew and design clothes, and also I am a stylist, amongst other things that I do. So thanks so much.
Can you tell us a bit about your journey into the world of fashion? Like, what inspired you to start creating?
Well, I'll be honest with you. It's fashion for me is something that marveled me since I was a kid. I can recall myself or remember myself watching fashion TVs and fashion shows when I was just like 13, 12, and being fascinated while I watched the models walk down the runway. And, I felt inspired and moved to wanting to be a model, but at the time I had so much pimples and I was dealing with acne, so I was like, nah, I don't think this is for me right now because everybody's like, you have too much pimples to be a model and stuff like that.
Nah.
So,
You can still be a model.
You get
Yeah.
So that was the first thing that pulled me into fashion, and then I love looking good. I love dressing up well. I love dressing well, so I was like, okay, if I can be the model, how about I dress the model up? So that's how it started for me, and from there, here we are.
So you being a fashion designer, jeweler, and a stylist, how do you get to combine these three different facets, and how do they connect to you personally?
There is a saying, master of all, so how do you say that?
Jack of all
Jack of
trades,
all
master of
trades,
your.
But I feel
Well, I
like,
think you're a master of all.
well, to me, I feel like when you can see things from other aspects, you get to be able to like put in the initiatives you're getting from all of these sides to push in that one vision to making that happen. So I feel like being a stylist, a fashion designer, and a jeweler is like being able to imagine the complete picture and knowing that, okay, this is where we're going to directly. So that's what I would say for me. It's just putting all the knowledge I've had to getting the result I want on a project. Yes.
So could you walk us through your typical process from the initial idea down to the finished product, especially when it comes to a piece of jewelry or clothing item?
Well, sometimes I could just, see this jewelry is like in my dream or in my sleep, or, I could see something in the environment, or I could see some piece of African history or some ancient artifact and be inspired to create something. So once I get the idea, I feel like I see the picture in my head, and once I have that picture in my head, the pieces just come together in my mind, the steps I need to follow. So I just follow through what's in my head, and I learn all the way to the final product, because sometimes our imaginations are like just imaginations that we can't really get the reality of, because you can imagine, oh, you want it to look exactly like this, and then you come to whoever is going to help you make what you have in mind, and then they're letting you know that based off reality and physicality, some things can't happen the way you make them. But when you get to learn how to, work with what you have and what you can use and what is feasible. So that's why I say I learn all through to the final product. And then when you get to the final product, you always come out with something.
Definitely.
You always come out with something. And at the end of the day, to me, I feel like with jewelries, you can't go wrong. Yes, you can't go wrong, especially when you know how to mix them together. You just can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with shine. At the end of the day, it's just to make you shine.
Yes, sir. So the fashion and design industry in Nigeria is constantly evolving. Where do you see it in the next few years?
Well, I feel like I see it at bigger places, because if we look at what's happening right now in the fashion scene at Wild, we have people like Tolu Koka, we have just that brand like Moalola, becoming big names in the whole industry. And these are Nigerian brands, these are Nigerians like doing it big and representing Africa. So I believe that there is a future. There's a beautiful, strong future waiting for African fashion industry, and we are there. If we do look into the industry, you can tell that models, designers, lots of them are from Africa. Yeah, I feel like you can't even sell a good fashion product these days if you're not using a very black skin, sweet melanin model.
Excellence.
You get
Black excellence.
You get me, black excellence, stand up,
So I believe every creative faces challenges. What's one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome in your career, and what did you learn from it?
First of all, I would say the biggest challenge any upcoming designer or creative would face will be the challenge of expenses and funds and funding, because there's actually no much fun. It's hard to at the beginning it's always hard to let people, or to be able to bring people on board. It's hard to do that because you have the vision in your head and you see where you're going to. You believe that, okay, I'm going to get here, but it's hard to bring people on board and let them see where you're going to with your process and your dreams and what you believe in. So funding would be the first thing I would say. Yeah, is a challenge for us upcoming creatives. And so apart from funding, I would say is sometimes in my world getting the right models that fits the brand aesthetics, that fits what the brand identity is created for. So I would say that I feel like it's not that like I said, getting people on board with your dreams is something that takes time, because most of the times you need to go and make it work by yourself until people can check or be like, oh, this person is really going somewhere. And then you see them coming on board, and then all these other things come. So I would say what I've learned from all my challenges, or all the challenges of being a creative, is not giving up. You're not giving up, even especially when you want to give up the most. There are times like that. There's no sugarcoat. Even though everybody makes it look easy because you've practiced it a million times, then it looks easy. So I would say never give up, and always put your stuff out there, and believe in those things you feel people will take you as crazy as. Just believing they put that out there. So I would say it has made me grow, learn that losing doesn't mean you're not winning. Yes, sometimes the lessons are the wins you get. So that's what I'll say I've learned from all these challenges.
Thank you so much. It was really nice having
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you
much
for
for having
sharing
me.
your invaluable experience. I was really, really inspired, honestly.
Appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you guys for constantly turning up for the boy. If you're just joining me, do me well to like, subscribe, comment, and share. It will really go a long way for me, and I will really appreciate it. So for my next episode, we are going to be exploring about the Durbar Festival. So if you're someone who haven't been to the north before, then that one is definitely for you. Make sure you tune in. Once again, this is your boy Yaya signing out. Peace and love. Don't forget to subscribe. It will really go a long way for me. Oh, bye bye.